We want you to be able to do the same thing, but with video. Use these people as your core and do videos with those people, and that's going to attract more people. How can I take these core people and expand our influence in a particular community?
Everyone, welcome. John Moscillo is a longtime friend, and now he has an amazing company called Explore My Town. And this is really going and helping out agents with their business by allowing agents to dive deeper into these niche areas. So that's why the name is perfect, Explore My Town. So we're going to go into how he does it versus how you can do it on your own. And I want to show you the differences, and also, more importantly, what you should be doing, because the world that we live in right now, just as a reminder, most visited websites in the world: Google, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, right? And TikTok and LinkedIn, they're growing. But geez, that's practically all social media. And that's what we want to talk about, because there are so many things out there that you can go to. But today, we want to talk about really diving into what Johnny Mo is doing here. What's up, Johnny Mo?
What's up, man? Thank you for having me.
Thanks for doing this, man. I'm loving what I'm watching with you as you help out agents, and then you just dive deeper into this, because I remember when you started with the idea, right? And I love seeing the growth, bro. So tell me first, how do you describe Explore My Town, and then we'll get into the details.
So what Explore My Town is a philosophy, first and foremost, a methodology, if you would, of servant leadership, of giving back to the community. It's not about us as the individual. It's about supporting where we live, because, well, we sell where we live, so we should be making it the best that we can. We do that through video production, scripting, training, editing, to make sure that the videos that you're putting out are awesome, right? And helping you step through fear, which a lot of people have fear or concerns or some other self-limiting belief. So we help break through those. That's what Explore My Town theoretically is. We have a national web schema, so it drills from national all the way down to the state, down to the individual, because what we want people to do is be found through web and through social services.
Got it. Dude, that's a really good, precise description. Now let's talk about why agents should be on here. Besides what I just said, the most visited websites in the world, why do you think agents should be on using things like what you're saying? Hey, go this route.
Because you got to stand out, right? We live in a digital world now where everything is only moving more rapidly by the day towards an all-encompassing online life. Everything with the meta world that's come in, the metaverse and all these other things, our purchases are online. Everything is online. When you look at the alarming statistics of video usage from 2018 to now, it continues to increase. YouTube attracts more 18 to 49-year-olds than all of cable combined. If you're not on YouTube, you're missing out this massive demographic of business. So why we do video is to be present. That's what the platforms want. All the platforms want it. You can't do TikTok without it. You can't do YouTube without it. Instagram said last year, we're going video centric or video first. And now Reels are going to YouTube. Zuckerberg said in 2016, we anticipate within 5 years, we'll be predominantly video. This is what they want. So this is what we give them. The reason we do it the way that we do it is to have a never ending amount of content. It's real simple. What I tell people is we tell stories of interesting people, places, and things. And when you can get into, it's not so much about real estate. There's so much noise out there, whether it's political, whether it's the market's crashing, whether Elon is the bad guy now, whatever the negativity out, staged events, funny. What we try to do is break the pattern, interrupt, if you would. We try to break the cycle by saying, hey, here's something really fun and exciting about your town. Did you know that this place, people love food? right? It's the last thing that we can almost sit down and break bread and not argue. People want to learn, oh, wow, I didn't realize that that business did that. People want to learn, I didn't even realize that we had a driving range on that park, right? Now, all of a sudden, here we are. Just like your videos with Malibu. I watch every one of them. I'm like, oh, that looks great, right? I would love to be there. If I was in Malibu, I'd go check out this little place. So the reason we do it is to break the people's attention from the same mundane noise that's out there.
Got it. All right. So where do we start? Because that also gets a little confusing, right? This is why I love that you created this company to help us. But if we're going to do this on our own and not use you, where would you say we can start so that we stay consistent? Because the way you do it, it gets overwhelming for someone that has no help, right? This is why you coming in, it helps. So if I'm going to do this consistently over a year, where do I start?
There's two places that I would start. One of them is pretty much the same, TikTok and Reels. So you can start doing TikTok and Reels now. It's the same, right? You can use the same video, but I'd also use the editing features, whether it's music or captions or whatever, inside of each of their own platforms. I wouldn't upload an already done video. I'd upload a raw video and I'd finish my final pieces of editing with the music and those types of things in each platform. That's free. Anybody can do it, right? And then the other place that I would be spending a great amount of time on is YouTube. And, you know, if you make a schedule to just once a week, even just once a week to produce a video, I get it. Even once a week is hard. I struggle, right? But once a week, put out a video. It's free. Learn the optimization, learn the, you know, pay the $50 a month, get vidIQ or whatever the other one is there. What's the other one called? TubeBuddy, right? Get either one of those things and start to learn about, okay, optimization, thumbnails, become proficient, but doing that once a week. Facebook is great too. The problem with Facebook is if you put it to your business page really is a pay to play endeavor, right? So if you're not going to put some ad spend behind it, it's going to get 3 likes on it. One of them is going to be you. Right.
If you're liking your own stuff, Johnny Boy,
right.
Which I do. I have no problem liking my own stuff.
Yeah. So that's really simple. I mean, every one of us goes out multiple times a week for breakfast, lunch, dinner, coffee, juice, ice cream, whatever it is. All you have to do is get your camera, right? Make a couple things. You don't even need to do anything with it today. You could do it tomorrow or the day after, stitch those videos together. Do a voiceover on TikTok, do a voiceover on Instagram, on Reels, off it goes, right? And the thing is, you may not see, here's the problem is a lot, video isn't the means. Video is simply a tool. It's a tool to engage in a conversation. It's a tool to start some level of engagement. It's a tool to share. It's a tool to open up a conversation to say, hey, listen, I really like your business, Tristan. I have a page. It's got thousands of followers on it. I would love to do a video. There's no cost to you on it. Just showcasing you and talking to you about what your inspiration was for starting. Would you be okay with that? Much better conversation, right? Much better conversation than me saying, hey, Tristan, I'd like to go grab a cup of coffee with you and see how we can help each other grow, right? That has been around since the golden days, right? So now I have purpose and I have intent, right? So it's different.
So what are you using? Let's say we do this and we're like, okay, let's shoot a short video as often as we can. Let's shoot for maybe every other day, maybe 3 times a week. What are you using to edit? Are you using a specific app or are you editing within the actual platform like Instagram or TikTok?
So first thing that I would suggest on anything, especially on your 9x16 or your vertical stuff, is trim the clips down in your phone to where you want them, right? Get rid of the foo bars, get to your start and end points and stuff. So now you have clean things that you can edit. From this point, you can upload them all to either one of the platforms and do it that way. I use InShot, so you can go into InShot and edit. Yeah, InShot's great on your phone, right? You can do that. This is, I'm saying all this, the bigger videos, the more, you know, a little bit more advanced would be Adobe Premiere Pro. You could use WeVideo, which is inexpensive and online, but on your phone, InShot is pretty inexpensive and you can really truly edit these on platform, right? So you don't even need to spend any money to begin.
That's true, man. I like that. All right. So now let's say we're shooting videos consistently. What would be the next level up if we're like, okay, I'm not ready for the Johnny Mo treatment with Explore My Town. And I want to
Mhm.
do this on my own. Do we go the virtual assistant route where it's like, hey, can you help me edit some videos that I'm shooting? Or do we dive deeper into social media first? Like now that we've done Reels and TikTok, do we then start testing out more YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter? What route would you take?
The route that I would take is the paths are going to merge off quickly, but I would get myself a good editor. And because a good editor is going to save you a whole bunch of time. So the original videos that we talked about, 1 minute videos, those types of things, you can do those at any whim. You want to get into the longer videos, to the YouTube, the interviews, you're going to spend hours. You're going to spend, if you don't know how to edit, you're going to spend hours learning how to edit. I believe everybody needs to have the basics of editing. I don't think you need to be a full-blown senior editor, right? So I would go with the editor route because you want to write your SOPs on that. And then shortly after that, as soon as I can afford it, I'm going to want a social media. And if you have to do halftime, that works too.
Mm,
But then I'm going to
yeah.
go with a social media person because, again, I don't know everything about all. My social media is horrible. Everybody else's is great, right? I'm not a social media quote unquote expert when it comes to consistency, when it comes to best practices. But when I can hire somebody and say, these are the places that I want to be, these are the days that I want to be on them. I need the headlines optimized. That you give them that SOP. It gives them something to work and operate with. Now you have an editor. Now you have a distribution point, and all you have to do is shoot the video.
I like that, dude. That's actually the route I would take as well.
Mm.
It's very interesting. I like that. All right, now let's go your route. Let's say, because I also want to get the bigger picture, because some people can attempt to do that on their own, even though your company exists and makes it easier.
Mhm.
What's involved with what you do? Like, give me all of the details. Where do we start when we hire you? What
Mhm.
happens next, and what's going to happen throughout the year?
Let me take a deep breath. Um, First, you get onboarded by two different people. In my company, you get onboarded by two different people. One is Katie, who is my director of partner success. She's basically operations director. She works directly with the partners. She works directly with the entire editing and marketing staff and everything. She's the go-to. She's my go-to. She's my right hand. You're also going to be
Okay.
onboarded by our marketing person who sets up your website, sets up your ads manager, make sure everything's all set. And then what happens is when you start to create videos, there's two videos that we create first. And we call these like the beginning of the funnel, if you would, top of the funnel,
Mhm.
spearhead, I like to call them. And that's a sizzle reel. And the sizzle reel is really one of our claims to being very different. They're powerful, they're fast moving, they look like a TV series is coming to town. And what that whole thing to do is, again, break the pattern, interrupt, and say, wow, what is this? This looks cool. Starring this person. Hey, welcome to Portland, all these other things. And then we do a welcome video, which showcases the agent with, the agent will be talking, hey, welcome to whatever town we live in. I've partnered up, and this is what we're going to
Mhm,
do on this
mhm.
page and such. And then what happens is Katie works with you to we have training courses and everything else like that. We get you proficient in brain dumping on Trello, so you can start to put ideas into Trello. Otherwise, they just get
Okay.
forgotten about. And now you can start to organize your ideas. We get you set up on the equipment as well. Make sure that your audio is good. Make sure that everything's working good, and then start to
Okay.
schedule some interviews. Yeah, audio. Audio. Let me just side note this. Audio is the most important thing. Your video is irrelevant compared to the audio, because we can always use
So true.
B-roll and stock footage and everything else like that. But bad audio is unfixable, right? It's
Yeah,
unfixable on this
that's
level,
true, man. That's true.
right?
That's
So
a
make
really
sure
good
you get
point.
good. make sure you get some mics. But
All right.
then we start
Would,
getting them out there involved in the community. What do you want to do? What do you want to focus on? What do you want to be known for? Let's start making videos, pop-up videos, scripted videos and stuff like that. And we start to get them into action. And that's where we start to overcome the fear and, you know, whatever self-objections that they may have. And we,
okay. And what does this look like a year from now? We fast forward. What are we looking at? Video content? Is it spread out on YouTube, Facebook? Are we looking at Reels, TikTok? Where does this look big picture?
So the places that we focus is a distribution to our YouTube playlist for your territory, because that we have an API with Facebook and YouTube. So you're building the playlist and that's automatically coming to the website through the API. So that's growing. We also give you all the videos, the scripts, and the write-ups and everything, because we want you to post it on yours as well, thumbnails, everything. So YouTube is covered in that particular way. Facebook, everybody gets their own unique Explore My Town page. So they will own that. If they ever leave, we just transfer ownership over to you. So what happens is every time they post to the page through API, that comes out to the website. So now there's a website out there that's got your YouTube and your Facebook stuff through API and automation going on, right? The whole goal is if somebody lands there, they're pixelated and retargeted. It gets put out on the company Instagram under either a Reels or a post, and it also gets put out on the company TikTok, which we're still trying to figure that out like a whole bunch of other people. And we put it on LinkedIn and Pinterest. I call these secondary distribution. They go out on LinkedIn, Pinterest, and those other places. You also can hire our VA for a couple $100 a month, and they'll put it on your places as well. You just have to give them access accordingly. Now, the other thing that we suggest strongly that we don't have any control over is that you're taking and we put it on Google too, which is the #1 underutilized place that everybody should be focusing on, because you can point them from a Google post or a Google update directly to your YouTube channel or to your website if you so choose. Which the important part about that is we suggest everybody make blogs around the video that you just created, because again, video isn't the means, it's a tool. So now you can build blogs on your website, which Google likes blogs. You can share these blogs, you know, you'll know what they are. You can put the ones that you want to feature on the front, and you can be on the phone with somebody and say, hey, if you want to learn about the area, just go to da-da-da.com and scroll down, and there's a whole bunch of videos about the area that I showcase and so on and so forth. And I know that works with many different websites. If you have a particular area or a community, you make your community video for that area. So when somebody lands on your search, hey, I'm Johnny Moe, and I'm going to show you blah, 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 blah creek in whatever town it is, right? And then we also, go ahead.
Sorry, buddy. Do you have any examples that you can share with me, like of one or two, just so we get some visuals? Because I've seen them before, and I think they're great. And your team does a really good job of helping agents really explore their town so that people know what it's all about. That's why I love having you on. And I love the company you have.
Yeah,
so
we got a ton of examples.
Give us maybe one or two, just so we can see how it plays out and what we're looking to do as agents.
All right, if you go,
or business owners, because this isn't just for real estate, it's for all business owners.
It's for all business owners. Yeah. Let me grab a site real quick and see if I can get this. And this is
well, as you're doing that, buddy, where do people sign up to take a look at more of your stuff?
Oh, they can go to partnerwithmytown.com or exploremytown.com, either one.
Perfect. And if you're looking to get a VA to help you out with the editing, right? Like we've got, I think at this point we have 8 of them. Go to my Virtudesk. Obviously, this is brought to you by Virtudesk and our friends over there. So as Johnny Moe is looking, Johnny Moe, I think I need a hat, buddy.
Yeah, I'll get you one of these. So let me put this into the chat and then you can share it. Now, this is my friend Keith. This is my friend Keith's site. He does an amazing job. He's down in Charleston. He's on to some other projects now and such like that. So, and you know, building some other YouTube things going on. But if you scroll down to the bottom and take a look at what he's done, this is on a Sierra Interactive site. So it's not like out of the way. He's got all these different blogs. Keep scrolling just a little bit more. Here we go, right? Mount Pleasant gated community. So here's his selling the holy city, which was
Oh,
the Explore My Town stuff. So there's all his stuff, right? All his
let me take
blog,
a let me take a
all
look
his
at this
videos
one
are
really
turned into
quick.
a blog.
I'm out here on John's Island right now, just doing my real estate thing for the day. I remembered on my way back that I was going to pass one of my favorite places to hop in and grab a bite. It's right here at Tattooed Moose, right on John's Island. I'm going to pop in there. I'm a little bit on the
He didn't have a script. He just popped in there, right?
and I get a little grumpy. And I don't know why, but all my favorite restaurants seem to be right along these really busy roads. The Two Moose Burger with blue cheese. It was exceptional. One of the things I love to order along with. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you again soon.
Right. And that was one of his first videos, right? So that's an older one. He's come a long way. We came a long way since the beginning of that. Now he's a smart guy too. He goes to where Guy Fieri has been with Triple D, right? And because that's all going to get a whole bunch of Google juice, right? So you just stop putting that name in
That's
there.
smart, dude.
Brilliant. He's a brilliant guy. He's a brilliant guy. And he does excellent work, right? Always be thankful for these things that he did. But that's the Sierra Interactive site, an affordable site that anybody can do that to, right?
Is he does he mainly do food or things to do? What's the whole background of
Yeah,
what he
all
does?
sorts of things. Food is great because everybody likes to stuff their face, right? And eat
Yeah,
cheeseburgers and chicken wings, right? And barbacoa. And so food is always a winner, but he's done things like and it's area specific. So in Charleston, they got the horse rides and the carriages and those kind of things. So he did that whole tour. He did a walking ghost tour. He did the aquarium, right? He did this other play and review thing with these Broadway stars that performed down there a couple times a month.
I'm checking him out, dude, just to see. Let me see here.
But the unique thing about him is he's got some professional acting skills. So his stuff right off the bat is phenomenal, right? Because he's got that, I don't expect anybody to start out that good, but you can work your way up and be that good in no time at all, right?
Dude, I love that. All right, so what are you working on next that's going to help out business owners get their word out more about who they are and their town? What's around the corner for you?
What's around the corner for us is we're going to continue to evolve what we're good at and what we're doing. In this particular place, we're rolling out a very strong focus on networking. We want our agents, our partners to build networking groups or elite networking groups, if you would. You look at most towns as 3, 4, 10, 16 BNI chapters. We want, or master networks or whatever. We want you to be able to do the same thing, but with video. Use these people as your core and do videos with those people. And that's going to attract more people. Gary Keller calls it your allied forces. Buffini calls it your inner circle. Johnny Moe calls it your power circle, right? How can I take these core people and expand our influence in a particular community, right? So we definitely do that.
Nice.
Yeah. And then after that, it's going to be, this is something that we're working on now, and the talks and the conversations are happening, is it's all about around charity and a foundation where we're going to be able to get people involved, and the people that we interviewed are going to be able to contribute to a charitable fund, which is going to help combat, homelessness, not combat homelessness, but give them some really needed things like toothbrushes and toothpaste and socks and, things that we take for granted. It's going to go to fund combating human trafficking, homeless veterans, substance abuse, those types of programs. So that's going to be the next thing. So as the foundation, as the charity grows, they'll be mentioned there. They'll be mentioned on the Explore My Town platform. So it really becomes a community-centric centerpiece.
I like that, man. And then, so let's say we want to go that route as an individual business. Do we would just go to you and you would provide the charity as well that's local, or are we all going together to do like one charity?
Well, that's a great question, right? So we're creating our own charity so we can bypass any awkwardness of receiving donations and be all compliant that way. So we're going to have that, but it would be more to, with the funds that are coming in, we want to identify a local charity or 2 or 3 My partner in Philly, she's also a minister at a church, so we're able to use her church as a staging ground where things can be shipped, where money can be donated and things, and it's the write-off. Then it can be distributed to the people that are doing the work on the streets. So yeah, several different ways. We really want to, if we're going to support a charity, we want to make sure that that charity is given them. It's not one of these charities that only 20% makes it, right? Because they have 80%
Yeah.
overhead. We want to make sure their overhead is low, that the money is going directly to the streets and, or to the programs on the streets.
Oh, I love that. All
Yeah.
right, dude. I really like where you're going with this. I love seeing the growth. All right, if people want to get a hold of you, I know you gave it to me before, but where do we go and find you?
You can find me on social media. Most places follow Johnny Mo. So you can find me there, or you can go to exploremytown.com or partnerwithmytown.com, and all roads lead to me.
All right, I just put that in the chat, and this is how it looks, and then we will let you go. I love the background of this, man. Is that Boston? Where is
No, I think that's
That's
that might
beautiful.
be
Wherever the hell that
Charleston.
is.
That might be Charleston. Yeah,
I love
I
that.
don't know
So
where that is.
discover local secrets, partner with us. That's how we do it. I love that. Let me make sure we don't have a question. Oh, here we go. Anonymous, saw the video of Keith. It was mouth-watering, by the way. Do you provide scripts for your clients?
We do. So there's two things that happen. I want to teach you and empower you how to do video without scripts, because I think it's uberly powerful that you're able to just hit record and go. But we do provide scripts. We provide scripts with the shot scene and everything else like that. You submit a script and you have it within usually 24 hours later, and then you can go shoot your video. Yeah.
I love it, dude.
Yeah, and the whole
Very
process
good.
is very simple. We just got
Easy.
done rolling out a user portal, so everything is right there, almost like your own private Trello, where you can see where your job is, who it's been assigned to, and all that other stuff. It's pretty cool.
Easy, man. Easy. That's why I love it. You made it so easy for any business owner to jump in and just get
Yeah.
started. Right.
And that's the thing.
Is it
Business owners, they need support. They need to get their mentions out there. They need to get their things going. They need to network too. And I do believe the more we network in a B2B, COVID has taken, not just COVID, but this whole digital world has taken some of this away. But the human to human element is the most powerful, because at the center of all transactions is the relationship. And that's what we're looking to enhance.
Very good point, buddy. Very good point. Johnny Mo, thanks for being on, man. I really appreciate you. And I love your new background. That looks awesome.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks,
no more fuzzy
everybody.
hands.
I love it. Thanks so much.
Bye. all.
Bye-bye.